What's up YouTube, it's your boy Yoxus, and today we're going to be doing a tier list for October. Now I know it is November the 1st, but I guess it makes sense that I'm doing one today instead of, I guess, October 31st, because now October is officially done, so we can now have our opinions on the thing. Also, I just want to let you guys know if there's some kind of background noise, it's the heater. We just got it fixed. It was broken for like months, but I'm used to the code, so I actually prefer the code instead of heat, I guess. But yeah, we're gonna go over this tier list and stuff like that. So I also want to let you guys know, you guys will see like brief gameplay of each unit that I have. So for units like Zelda, Zartros, Meliodas, and so on, you guys will not see gameplay for. So our first character here is Gila. Now, the thing about Gila is that Gila is one of those units where if you're more of a free-to-play, or not free-to-play, but if you're more of a newer player to Global, or just Grand Cross in general, and you have her, she's going to be on your team. But you will definitely take her off throughout going throughout the game and stuff like that. Like, you're not going to use her at all, right? I mean, she has some good skills and stuff like that, but you're not really going to use her. She will definitely be there for PvE, not going to really use her for PvE, or PvP. I don't really see you using her for PvP, but yeah, I don't know. For me, I'm probably going to give Gila C tier. I don't see her anywhere else but PvE, and if you're a newer player. So let's go back here and let's give her that C tier. Now for people like Blue Zeldris, Red Zeldris, Blue Zeldris, he's meant to crit and stuff like that. But the thing about Blue Zeldris is that even though he is a character who is meant to crit, he does not crit, which is actually weird because his crit chance is very high. It's like 60 or 70%, which is very, very good for a level 1. So the fact that you need support for him kind of makes him go a bit lower in ranking. So I'm gonna give him A tier. I don't see him. I mean, he's good, but like you need support for him to crit, which is not anything too crazy. Now for a unit like Red Zeldris, he's fantastic. He does what Green and Red Merlin does, so fantastic, right? He removes ult and recovery disables. It's perfection, because let's say I have somebody like Green Gulter who is also going to be on this tier list. If I want to stop them from, cleansing Gulter's debuffing skill, yeah, his debuff, what's it called, dissolve, right? If I want to stop them from using that, Red Zeldris will come into play and he will be able to remove ult on rank 1. So pretty good. For somebody like Zartros, you're not really going to use Zartros anywhere but Final Boss Beyond, which is like a one-time event, or like a maybe 2-3 time event, which comes like every, I don't know, maybe 8 months, and then you're only going to use it for Grey Demon. But now with the release again of Green Gulter, you're not going to use him so much. So I'm going to put him a D tier. If we're talking about use, I guess I'll put him C tier. For somebody like Halloween Meliodas, he's really bad. You're not going to use him anywhere except the meme team. He is B tier. Even if you're newer to the game and you have him, you're probably still going to prefer an SR and like over that, right? So also, I didn't mention this, but I want to let you guys know that the tier list you guys are seeing is a JP tier list, but I couldn't find my old global one. So after this video, I will find a global one, and then boom, I will make, from then on, I will just use that tier list. Somebody like Blue Elaine, though, is actually pretty good. I will give her B tier for the sole purpose of, she's, I guess, a character meant for PvE, but her passive is very, very good for Red Demon. And that's an event you're going to do every single day. I think Red Demon is something people do all the time. So I'm really going to see her there and stuff like that. I'm not sure if she has the stun card, but if she does, that even puts her higher. So for her display, I'm gonna give her the B tier, right? I think she's actually pretty useful when it comes to that. So now if we look at somebody like Shin, who is our next unit, Shin is a very, very fantastic unit, right? His passive is insane. If we look at his passive real quick, if I can click him, hello? I guess I can't click them here. But if we look at somebody like Shin, his passive is every time he uses 3 cards, he ranks up all cards like Green and Red Gulter. But if he uses 2 cards, he gives himself a buff. So I'll show you guys right now what I'm talking about. We'll use this skill right here, which is a weak point skill. It does damage if you have something like this. You guys are going to see the rank 1 and 2 rank up and stuff like that. And then if we go here now, all these cards are going to rank up, as you guys we'll see right now. Yeah, as you guys seen, all the cards ranked up. And then you have his ult. His ult is pretty good. It's the same thing as Blue King's, but the only issue is that he's blowing up Africa. But if you guys see, he's blowing up Africa, which is kind of funny, but not really, right? I don't know why they chose Africa, but I guess they had to choose somewhere. So if we're talking about that, I'm gonna give him, I would say A tier. I see Shin being someone very, very good. I'm gonna give Shin A tier, honestly. He's not a bad unit. Probably gonna use him a lot. I use him a lot and stuff like that. Now, if we're talking about something like Rugal, for example, I don't have Rugal yet. I will definitely have Rugal, trust me. I don't have him yet, but Rugal is a very good unit. He's better than Blue Demon Meliodas when it comes to the Pierce team. He is insane. His passive, when he gets lower than 50% of HP, he ranks up all, or not ranks up, but he buffs up all his stats by 15%, which is going to be very, very, very useful. Like, I don't see anybody else doing something like that. I feel some kind of Dokkan type passive when I see that, or even an active skill. So for that, I'm definitely going to give Rugal S tier. In my opinion, he is basically what Demon Meliodas does with Lilia. So he kind of has what Lilia and Demon Meliodas has going on, where Lilia gives the half pierce of hers. I mean, she does it for Rugal too, but if you get him lower than 50%, which you definitely will, he will just fully heal up and then buff all his stats. So for somebody like Rugal, I'm gonna give him S tier. Now for somebody like Mai is a very interesting unit. She has a AoE amplify skill, which is, I don't know which one it is. It's this one right here. The cards look exactly the same. That's the only thing. I do understand if you mess up and stuff like that, but she works different. Every time you rank up her skills, so if you're moving a card, or if you're ranking up with Golter, even using her ult, because if we look at her ult real quick, let me put this on so you guys can see. If we look at her ult, she ranks up all her cards basically after you get her ult off, and then she gives herself, I think, 15% basic stats for 2 turns, which is insane because she basically does what Mono Red wants to do. So as you guys see, she just got the buff HP attack and defense. Okay, so I don't know why it's spamming like that. Okay, but yeah. And then as you guys see, all her cards ranked up. So if we use this, she's gonna hit pretty hard. And then she also, oh, this is the ult remove card. Okay, so this is the amplify skill, right? This is the amplify skill. And then she does have the single target ult remove, which is actually very, very good. So if we go to somebody like Mai, I'm definitely going to give Mai A tier. I see her being very, very useful and stuff like that. I'm actually trying to get her to 80 so I can have a showcase. And if she impresses me, I am definitely going to use her a lot. Because I've seen videos on her and she does one tap, which is actually pretty insane. Now, if we go to somebody like Athena, Athena's not a crazy unit, but she's really good when it comes to her passive in the back. Athena's one of those units where it's going to be hard for you to get your ultimate, which is understandable and stuff like that. But you're not really going to use her. I mean, in PvP, people do use her only in the back, though, and that's the only reason they're going to be using her. So for that purpose, I'm going to give her the B tier, like Elaine. They're useful for one reason, and that reason is a very strong reason. Now, for somebody like Kyo, who I actually want to get, but I'm no longer going to be sending on the KOF banner, so this week I'm actually going to be buying a ticket, the guaranteed SSR ticket. If I don't get Rugal, then I'm not going to have Rugal. It is what it is, but I'm going to start saving regardless of this. Actually, I'm probably still going to summon because I'm going to buy packs. So, if we go to Kyo, Kyo's an insane unit. He's like one of the best units in the game when it comes to his passive. His passive alone puts him in S tier. Reason being is his passive gives all enemies 2 ignite stats, but for each ignite stats reduces their damage by 5%, and it just stacks. I thought there was a limit, but apparently there's no limit. So I guess the limit would be 10 or 100%, right? 5 times 50%, because I think the limit for ignites on a character is 10. So there is that. He is insanely good. He will one-tap anybody if you have a lot of ignites. Such a good support, and he's just such a good offensive unit as well. I'm putting him in S tier. Now, if we go to somebody like Green Golter, Green Golter is one of the best units in the game as well. I personally think he's better than Red Golter for the sole purpose of Red Golter does have the attack skill disable, where like I've been in PvP matches where I've like I want to use Red Golter because I could have used him to, you know, attack like disable them and stuff like that. But Green Gulter, his card right here on rank 1 depletes ultimate gauge move for all enemies, but the thing is, it's after their turn. So if you guys look at his card, if we actually use it here, you guys will see that Gulter, there's a debuff, which is dissolve, and it doesn't go off until the end of their turn. Now obviously it's not going to go at the end of their turn in this, because they have no ult gauge, so there is that. And then he also has the same rank up card as the red one and stuff like that, but his passive is where it works. His passive is he gives 7% attack. Whoa, what was that? Oh, I did not see that. But he gives himself, or not even himself, but the entire team 10%, or not 10%, 7% attack related stats if there is a different race on the team. So if everybody is a different race, his passive will activate, which is, at first I thought that was going to be insanely stupid, because it's going to be hard for you to have multiple different different races on a team. But after using him, I'm like, wow, a lot of teams have different races. Like you have Alt Rush, right, which is Gulter, Unknown, King, Fairy, LV, Demon, and then Merlin in the back, which actually still works because she's unknown. Whoever's in the back, it doesn't count unless they come onto the field. Then it restarts, right? And then you have Pierce, Lilia, Human, Demon Meliodas, Demon, King in the back, Fairy. It's perfect. Like, you're going to use this Green Gulter almost everywhere. And then let's not even forget about the 10 anvils you got. You know, the 10 anvils you get a day if you farm this guy out. I think Green Gulter is definitely one of the best units in the game, and I'm definitely going to be giving him VS tier. So there is that. Now, somebody like Roxy, I'm probably just going to put her in C tier. She's not good at all. You're not going to use her anywhere, not even in PvE like that, unless you're forced to. You're really only going to be using her in the events you're forced to use original characters and stuff like that. But that's all I really see her. She doesn't really have anything. Her damage input is actually very low. She does not hit higher than like 30k on a rank 3. I mean, obviously she does, but like, she's a very bad character. I'd honestly put her in D, but I could see you using her for just, you know, to get pendants when you need to. So that's my tier list. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, right? And thank you guys all for the support. We're like 9 subs away from 500 at the time of the recording, and I really appreciate everything you guys been showing me, all the love, support, constant stuff like that. And I'll try my best to post on content, daily videos for you guys to enjoy while you're bored at home, and or even if you're in school. I'm Zuxis, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out. Later. Peace.